Welcome to Mind Matters, the podcast where we explore the latest debates in mental health. I'm your host, Amira, and today we're diving into a controversial topic. Are mental illnesses purely brain disorders, or is there more to the story?
And I'm Jamal, joining Amira to unpack this complex issue. It's a debate that's been gaining traction in recent years, especially with advances in neuroscience and genetics.
That's right, Jamal. These scientific breakthroughs have really shaken up how we conceptualize and classify mental disorders. Some researchers are pushing to redefine mental illnesses as brain disorders, while others argue that this view is too reductionist.
It's fascinating how neuroscience has revealed connections between specific brain structures and mental health symptoms. For instance, studies have shown alterations in the amygdala, prefrontal cortex, and hippocampus in individuals with anxiety and mood disorders.
Those findings certainly lend credence to the brain disorder perspective, but there's a strong counter-argument too, isn't there?
Absolutely. Critics argue that we can't reduce mental disorders to just brain abnormalities. They emphasize the crucial roles of personal experiences, social factors, and even ethical considerations in shaping mental health.
It reminds me of the age-old philosophical debates about the mind-body relationship. How do you think these historical perspectives inform our current understanding, Jamal?
Great question, Amira. Philosophers have long grappled with whether mental phenomena can be fully explained by physical processes. This debate has significantly influenced how we conceptualize and treat mental disorders throughout history.
And it's not just an academic exercise. These ideas have real-world implications. The way we classify mental disorders affects everything from clinical approaches to insurance coverage.
Exactly. Take the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM, for example. It aims to provide a standardized framework for diagnosing mental illnesses, but it's not without controversy.
Right. Some critics argue that the DSM's classifications lack empirical validity and clinical reliability. There are concerns about potential overdiagnosis or misdiagnosis based on these categories.
And let's not forget the ongoing debates about the language used to describe mental disorders. Some argue that certain terms can be stigmatizing or perpetuate misconceptions about mental health.
It's a delicate balance, isn't it? On one hand, we want to acknowledge the biological aspects of mental illness that neuroscience has revealed. But on the other, we need to consider the whole person and their unique context.
Absolutely. It's not an either-or situation. Perhaps the most comprehensive approach is to consider both the neurobiological underpinnings and the personal, social, and ethical dimensions of mental health.
I agree, Jamal. It reminds me of the biopsychosocial model in psychology, which considers biological, psychological, and social factors in understanding health and illness.
That's a great point, Amira. This model aligns well with the idea that mental disorders are complex phenomena that can't be reduced to just brain abnormalities or just social constructs.
As we wrap up, what do you think are the key takeaways for our listeners, Jamal?
I'd say the main point is that this debate is ongoing and complex. While neuroscience has provided valuable insights into the biological aspects of mental illnesses, it's crucial to consider the multifaceted nature of mental health challenges.
Absolutely. And it's important for students and professionals in this field to stay informed about these debates as they shape our understanding and treatment of mental health issues.
Couldn't agree more, Amira. By exploring these philosophical and scientific perspectives, we can work towards more comprehensive and effective approaches to mental health care.
Well said, Jamal. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thanks for joining us on Mind Matters. Remember, whether you view mental illnesses as brain disorders or something more complex, the goal is always to improve understanding and care for those affected.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep your mind open to new perspectives. This is Jamal, signing off.
And this is Amira, wishing you all good mental health. Take care, everyone.